In an editorial about Pound Smart's latest attempt to get out from under her life with no possibility of parole sentence, station WMUR ran an editorial asking, "Haven't we had enough?" Oddly enough, that kind of echoes something put on a t-shirt by Pam Smart's supporters, which is "enough is enough," which is basically saying that, over 3 decades behind bars is enough punishment for an accomplice. She does have the sentence as an accomplice to first-degree murder. The actual murderers have been free for over a decade. And she has been she has served more time than any of them by over a decade, and was basically given a sentence of hopelessness, a kind of given a sentence of incarceration until death. So it is kind of odd how those two things kind of echo each other. But WMUR believes that she should, in fact, just accept the idea of having a living death sentence and being incarcerated until her death. Okay. And they're basically sick of seeing her in the spotlight. Now, although I personally support her release, but I'd also be 100% on board with one of the conditions of release being no interviews, no books, no articles, no celebrity status. Because I don't believe that people should be able to get any kind of celebrity status because of their participation in a murder. And the murder of Greg Smart, I'm not sure it was necessarily distinguished by its cruelty, but it was a cruel murder because he was young. And it was a very stupid murder because the motives made really no sense. They'd been married less than a year, and to commit murder to avoid the financial consequences, when the financial consequences would have been very minor, and the risks were clearly very major, was extraordinarily stupid. But anyway, people have been known to do stupid things. Criminals have been known to do stupid things. And at the time that she is supposed to have committed this crime, she was 22 years old. A time when people are especially apt to do stupid things, although most of us manage not to commit murders, not to have murder be among them. Okay, but anyway, I will say that I do support Pam Smart's being released. I do support mercy. I think after 3 decades of imprisonment, mercy is appropriate. She has definitely suffered in her time behind bars. For one thing, 2 other women who are imprisoned attacked her, and they beat her so brutally, she now has a plate in half of her face and will have to have it the rest of her life. She is numb or in pain in that part of her face and has to take painkillers. and sometimes is in extreme or excruciating pain because of it. She has aged quite badly, which is something that tends to happen when you've been in prison for a long time. And, I do think that it's time to show a little sliver of mercy. And if, it can be pointed out that Greg Smart did not receive mercy, I hope that as a society, we can rise above. We can rise above the acts of our, we can rise above the act of the acts of some stupid criminals.